What is good, everybody? It is time for Fill in the Blanks, episode number 5. We're doing Ultimate X-Men today. We're going to be talking about the book and stuff. It's going to be a great show with C-Bizzle and Green Shirt Guy. We're back in 30 seconds.
Day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone superhuman who can come and save my life. Crisis after crisis.
What is good, everybody? It is Thursday, April 3rd, 2025, 7 p.m. I am here with C-Bizzle and Green Shirt Guys. This is the Council of Comics, Fill in the Blanks. How you guys doing on this Thursday?
Okay. No kidney stones.
No kidney stones, that's good.
I'm hanging in there. I'm battling a very bad cold right now, but I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, you know, my sister's got something going on, like, upstairs here at the house. So, like, the pollination is going to be real.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but we are drawing Ultimate X-Men. This is the Ultimate X-Men covers that you guys are filling in tonight. And I'm going to do some quick announcements. So let me present my screen and entire screen, and we'll just do it this way. So, Young at Heart Foundation, faith, trust, and belief is their motto. They sponsor life-saving transplants for kids. Great organization. Contact Mike and make a donation. Sponsor a Hope Kit. You can become an organ donor at Donate Life at Life America. So, Young at Heart Foundation, of course. And, of course, our home, away from home, right here, Alternativerse Comics. At 870 Violet Avenue, Hyde Park, New York, 845-233-4234. Give them a call. Talk to Anthony. Get on the pull list. He'll send you your comics, bag and boarded, 10% off on your pull list. That is, like, great. So, Alternativerse Comics is where we get our comics. It's like the Council of comic shop. And finally, we'll get the, it's a brand new month, which means brand new ducks for the monthly giveaway. So this will be your first hashtag is Ultimate X-Men. Put that in the comments below. I will put the banner up right now. So put Ultimate X-Men in the comments below. And Joseph Michaels is here. How are you doing, Joseph? And I could remove this off, right? There we go. Okay. And we can go back to this one. All right. Whew. Got some announcements out of the way. So, now, Green Shirt Guy, you have not read Ultimate X-Men, right?
At all. To be perfect, guys, I haven't read any of the Ultimate Universe.
Oh, really? Okay.
I decided that I was not spending the money.
All right. It's actually like
don't everyone hate me out there. That's where I drew the line. I'm just not doing it.
I'm already disliking you.
Oh.
Whatever. I cared what you thought.
I did a binge read of this book because I knew this podcast was coming up. And this book has been on, like, Sam, our producer Sam's chopping block. Like, he was going to cut it so many times. And I'm never going to make fun of him now for not cutting it. He stuck with it. And like, especially now, I'm like, all right, he stuck with it. And I'm almost like a little bit like, man, maybe I should have picked up this last issue.
Well, not for nothing, but if he doesn't buy his 6 and 7 GI Joe covers, he could afford to just buy this and not even worry about
Yeah,
that. Chopping.
I get it though. So, like it ended up getting on my chopping block, and I ended up cutting it. And like I
It's
don't
still on my
really
pull.
I don't really like regret that because there's so many comics out there each week. Like you
Yeah.
spend $50 a week at the shop, which is very easy to do. You got yourself a $200 habit there, my friends. Like
Yeah.
Very
$200 a
quickly.
month habit, and so, well, Ultimate X-Men, like I like a lot of things about this book that Peach Momoko
hmm
is doing for the Ultimate Universe.
It's a fun one. I got all the way up to issue 11.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that is like Hisako,
hmm
say it right, Hisako Ichiki, and she is like kind of the star of the show right there. And it starts out she's graduating from middle school.
hmm
And they actually like at the end of each of the issues, I like how like there's like little references to the culture and things that happen in the like here she's getting the button, and guys give the button closest to their heart to the girl they got a crush on. That
Yep.
Japanese thing.
Do you want my button, C-Bizzle?
Want your button.
She goes and meets it, and like one of the things I will say about this is there are a lot of horror elements.
There's a lot of what?
Horror elements.
Oh yeah.
This is yes, there is a lot of like things that like this because it's from Peach Momoko. She's drawn it, and that is a question for you artists. 'Cause she's known for her watercolors. And since you guys
Mhm.
are doing the color covers, would it be possible to use watercolor?
I mean, you probably could on this paper because it's thick enough, but
Yeah.
you definitely have to put something underneath it.
Okay. All right. I wondered that, like thinking about it, like would you be able to do watercolors on this? So
Like you said, you can, but you definitely want something underneath because it will
Oh, it's gonna bleed pretty quickly.
bleed through.
yeah, they see what I mean. Like some of these like scary imagery and stuff is just
Yeah.
fantastic in this book.
hmm
Like that right there is some great.
Now you see.
panels.
Now you see why I kept pushing him to keep this title.
Yeah,
I enjoy this title so much.
yeah. Like I actually love that top panel on here.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
That top panel is just like wow. Oh yeah, and that's like you like part of this is also like a coming of age story too. Like
hmm
you're just discovering your powers and stuff, like
hmm
and this is like the first time she's like seeing armor come out, and it's saving her life from this devastating car crash, and
hmm
like this guy ends up in the hospital because of it. Like, it's on the news right there that he ends up in the hospital for it, and like she's not feeling too great about it. So a lot of like I said, a lot of horror elements, and like yeah, she's also like her one friend in school. You find out that like he ended up like killing himself. There's a lot
hmm
more to that, but there's a lot of dark elements in this comic. For
It
something that's
is.
like so bright. And then you found out like her friend was getting a little bit bullied in school by like the gym teacher and stuff, and like it's set up now like the gym teacher hangs himself.
Jeez.
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah. It gets dark, my friend.
it's a darker comic,
Yeah.
and
I wish like if you're a fan of horror films, I wish more people would have purchased this book.
so and there's
But from what I've seen people. This book has been on the top 10 list. Every once in a while, week per week. So
okay,
yeah,
and there's your new best friend, and this is the first time you see May.
yep. May Storm.
Yep, May. It's Iragashi, I think is how you
hmm
say her name. Everybody has like a Japanese name in this book.
Yeah.
And they end up like she gets a note to like meet at like the school. And let me tell you something about like Japanese horror since we're on it. Like going to the school is like Crystal Lake in a Japanese horror
Yeah.
film. It's
Yeah,
Is that
gonna
you
right?
go
ain't never
down at
lying.
the school. All right.
You ain't never lying.
And this is like no different. It definitely goes down at the school. So like Leia, look at that. Like his whole like the cop's face is just
Yeah.
and, like this is the first time May gets to show off some power.
And this is like you said, this is done by Peach Momoko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Written and drawn by.
the Shadow King working in
Yep.
like the shadows. So you found out this is another thing she like teaches you at the like this is kind of like a Ouija board, like a spirit board that they're playing in like the class right here.
Yeah.
Found that in like the end.
You should have heard me when I seen that. I was like, if y'all don't put that away.
It goes down at the school. I'm telling you.
Man, if y'all don't put that thing away.
That's the kind of thing. I mean, you call me whatever you need to, but when I walk through like a toy store and it's in the board game section, I'm like, that's not a game.
That's not a game.
You don't play
Like at all.
That's this is like the first time like because she gets scratched by a cat and like the Shadow King is kind of seeping into like the wound.
Mm-hmm.
And like you also find out about May's home life, and it's not that great either. Like parents are like kind of just about on their way to divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Like father smacks her up real quick, and she lets loose. Like I love that.
Take my picture, smack my.
So she lets loose, like brings the storm. That's the psychic. And that's the other two. Like the girl squad, because this does bring like a girl team. It's slowly getting built. But the psychic is the next one, and this is like the first time she even says, "Interesting, you two are mutants too." And they're like, two? Like there's more of us?
Yeah.
Yes. Also.
Yeah. She has like Hisako armor rides like a motorcycle, which is really cool.
Yeah, this is not your typical X-Men book. Imagine X-Men in Japan, basically.
Yeah. So, and a lot of like Japanese influence, a lot of anime influence, and like the horror. Because if you've ever seen, like, there are a lot of good Japanese horror films out there.
You're not wrong.
Audition was pretty good.
Wait, what'd you just say?
Audition.
Listen. Listen. Wait. No. If you don't got the stomach for certain with needles, don't watch that movie. Don't watch that movie. I'm telling y'all now.
Some of the Japanese horror stuff is like some great, auditions like a bit of a rougher watch. Like Grudge came from Japan.
The Grudge, The Ring.
Yep.
The Ring still stays with me.
Yeah,
I remember watching that movie. I worked at, I think I was still working at Blockbuster at the time. I worked at a couple different video stores, but I'm trying to remember what was I rented it, but I think it was Blockbuster. And I took it home. Ted told me, don't make sure you turn your phone off so the phone doesn't ring. I'm like, okay, whatever. And now, halfway through the movie, I'm like, oh, now I know why. But I put it on, and remember the opening scene, how the friend is trying to find that chick or whatever, and then she opens the closet and her head kind of does the thing.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning, I'm like, holy crap, this is all right. And like right after that, my now wife, we were dating at the time, walks into my apartment. She's like, "Oh, what are you watching?" I'm like, "The Ring." She goes, "Oh, okay, rewind it. I'll watch it with you." I'm like, "Nope, you're picking it up from here because I am not watching that again. If you want to know what's going on, I can clue you in. It just started."
This is like one of the like the first kind of like showdowns is Armor versus like this guy, and he even
Yeah.
looks like a little bit like with the way those things are coming out of his back, kind of like a battle angel thing. Like it reminds
Yeah.
me of that guy in Battle Angel. Yeah, it's like one
I
of the
agree.
first fights. Oh man, yeah, I mentioned there's a big horror element to this
Oh
book,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
That's the Shadow
like,
King, right?
yup,
Yep.
and there's Armor protecting her, and there's everybody like outside has now got like their cameras out and filming it and taking pictures,
Yeah.
and
I
Have
always
you?
find that when I saw that scene, it reminds me of I can hear Brincher guy in my back in my ear talking about they got their cameras out. Nobody's helping her.
Right,
uh,
right.
and like here comes May Storm and just basically fries everybody's camera
Yeah.
except for hers. And this is like another character,
I
this
want
is
to say
like
that's
Surge.
Surge.
Yup, this is Surge.
Have you seen that meme where it's a cat stuck in the blinds? And it's like clearly struggling, trying to get out, and the caption is, "No, Karen, please take your picture first."
Oh yeah.
And Surge that's so Surge posts her video, so it goes viral. Like her secret's out a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you get to see Surge, and Surge's life is a little bit crazy too.
I was borderline bratty.
Yeah, yeah, very bratty, and like
Yeah.
she's like what is it like? I almost want to say like a date girl that like she'll be on your date but won't sleep with you kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like May Storm's father was actually like with her, and like Surge and May Storm go at it in the issue
Mm-hmm.
together. It's a cool scene. Yeah, this is like the psychic, and Shadow King comes through on the psychic, and
Yeah. I want to
kind of
say
sets.
with what I would like to say is like with this Japanese themed comic, the Shadow Man is one of the perfect villains for it
Yeah,
because he reminds me a lot of Japanese Japanese style villains.
and like when her magnet, because she's before you think it's like a magnifying glass, and then it becomes
Mm-hmm.
like right here the wand that she's like using. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, all right, that's cool.
Hope Sam watched this episode.
Yeah, talking about like, oh yeah, Surge is like, yeah, this guy is kind of like making an advance on her, and she just zaps him like,
Fries him.
yup, and takes his money.
Takes his money.
And
Hey,
yeah,
take
that's the
advantage
first
of me.
time
I'll
like
fry you.
like they like she knows like yeah, that girl looks like trouble.
Mm-hmm.
This scene is cool, and they're making like the team now. They got like the psychic and her friend with the eye patch and her other friend. And she's like, I got it. We could be X team, and why X team? Because X is what we get on our tests.
Yep.
And she's kind of like, speak for yourself. I do good in school.
Like I said, this not your typical X Men book.
No.
This not your Professor X Men.
And around this issue number 6, you find out like they're investigating all the what's going on with the Shadow Man, and they follow like the clues to a cult called the Children of the Atom.
Yeah.
And they find out like the grandmother of the psychic had all these notes on the cult.
Wasn't that
And
its own book at one point, like a short lived?
Yeah,
book?
it was a 5-issue miniseries
Right. I thought
where
so.
where these kids thought they had they want to be mutants so bad, and they use artificial means replicating um, replicating the X-Men powers.
Okay.
One of them actually turned out to be a mutant. Actually, the one that that looked like she has Gambit's powers or dressed up as Gambit.
Okay.
She actually was a mutant.
When are we gonna find out who the mutant is, or the X-Men who's not a mutant? Did you
What do
read?
you mean?
So there was a story during when they brought Wolverine back. Remember, there was a big event, Death of Wolverine, and then there was Return of Wolverine, and they did 4 books along with the main book, and I'm trying to think. It was something in Madripoor, Adamantium Agenda. I can't remember all of them, and I read them all. They were actually 2 of them are really good. The other 2 were kind of eh. But Adamantium Agenda, the plot of the story was, as Sinister has all of the X-Men's DNA. So Spider-Man, Iron Man, I can't remember. There's a team of 4 of them, basically going to infiltrate his lab and destroy it all, so he doesn't have it, right? And Tony Stark, being Tony Stark, can't just go in and do what he's supposed to. So before they destroy it, he's looking at the database and he's like, "Huh, that's interesting." And they're like, "What?" He goes, "That person's not actually a mutant." And based on the conversation, that he's talking about an X-Men. So it was one of those like, "Oh, okay, they're planting the seed because they're going to do that going forward." And I don't think they've actually ever finished that story.
Oh, maybe it was Quicksilver or Scarlet Witch.
Maybe, but like I said, it was never answered. It was just like, oh, they said it and then never came back to it.
I heard
Gotcha.
when I heard the name of the cult was Children of the Atom. What I thought about was the video game.
Yep.
But that's when I read it. Like that's what I immediately like Children of the Atom, like the fighting game, right? The old school fighting game from Capcom.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Children of the Atom is like the cult, and you also find out like Nico's 2 friends, Natsu with the eye patch and Mori, the little girl, is they're members of
Yeah.
they belong to it, and so does Shadow King, of course.
Yes.
And it's your typical cult because they're like the whole idea is like they're experimenting on children and trying to give them mutant powers or
We don't
take
do
their
anything like that
blood.
now.
Yeah. It's definitely like Shadow King shows up again. And they kind of pull out to where it's like this guy, they kind of like expose him in this battle.
Yeah. Yep.
And he's hurt from that one. Like they got him.
Yeah, he ain't got that unscathed. I'll tell you that
And
much.
this scene where they're going to work on Shadow King, but like that scene of like the guy in the back on the X is very
Oh
Mark,
yeah.
like
Yeah. The cover that Cliff doesn't like.
yeah, the Marx Texera, like, and that's just like
Yeah.
that's something I noticed. Like, wow, that is very creepy. But yeah, they're taking
Yeah.
like the blood and stuff, and that's Ultimate X-Men, like the first 6 issues.
I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing because I'm using a blue pencil, but hopefully it's coming across a little bit.
Very very dark, very like a lot of horror elements. As I read more, it's a little bit of a slow burn. That's like
Yeah.
2 things. This book is a slow burn, but it has gotten there. Like the last few issues that I read, because I caught all the way up, have been like pretty phenomenal and like very dark. So I've enjoyed it. I know C-Bizzle, you've enjoyed it. I could
Mm-hmm.
recommend this book. It's actually on like a trade, especially as like a binge read. I think I could
Yeah.
recommend it. Do that. Put that in. Okay. So my question for you guys now. So who are you drawing from the Ultimate X-Men?
For Ultimate X-Men, I am drawing May Storm.
Okay. I had a feeling that's who you were gonna go with.
Yeah.
And since you read it, C-Bizzle, my next question about Ultimate X-Men, and for anybody in the chat who's read it, Ultimate X-Men, are any of these characters going to come over to the 616?
And we need characters. What? I'm sorry.
Coming over to the 616.
No, maybe May Storm, because I keep seeing stuff about her being part of the new champions.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't see any of them. Because they already have armor
Yeah.
in the 616.
I was gonna say like Armor and May Storm maybe for like and I don't know if they would stay over. It would be like a special thing. But it's kind of like it's Armor's like story. She is the main character of the story.
Exactly.
May Storm is just like she doesn't even like she actually gives herself that name way later because she turns on like she turns the TV on and there's a news story about Storm over in Wakanda.
Yeah.
No.
So, that's how she's like, all right, I'm gonna be May Storm.
Yep. That's how it turned out.
And let us give away a duck right now. And I will share screen and give you 10 seconds to put Ultimate X-Men in for the first duck of the night. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's draw it.
Hey.
Yay.
Joseph Michaels.
All right, Joseph Michaels, you got yourself a duck for the April giveaway. Congratulations. Give me a second. I will get the cash tag up on the screen. Spring sickness. It's what our friend C-Bizzle has suffering this ailment. So put spring sickness in.
Would you say you're not down with the sickness?
I'm not down with the sickness. Like if y'all can see, I got some juice. I got some tea over here. I got cough drops. I already took some Dayquil before we hopped on. So
and Greaser Guy, are you drawing May Storm also, or?
I will probably try and cram her in here somewhere. I'm kind of doing a group shot. I don't even know if it's coming across on the.
Okay.
I have the main chick. It looks like the one that's Armor, and then down here I have the Cyclops chick, kind of crouching.
When we do covers, there's a cool and I almost want it's the second print of like issues 2 and 3, but they're a connecting cover, and it's like all of them. And I saw it when we do covers, you'll see it. And I was like, man, I kind of want to get this.
I mean, I have all this room on the back. Maybe I'll do more on the back too. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I could do that pose. I could cheat and do that pose.
So who talks first? You talk first? I talk first.
All right, I got my coin.
There you go.
Here we go. Let's see here. All right, C-Bizzle, you want heads or tails?
let's go ahead.
Hold on. Let's make sure everybody can see it land on my paper. ready? Let's do that again. Let me get a smaller coin. $1 doesn't want to stay. Maybe this one will stay. Tell you what, I'm just gonna catch it. Ready?
Yeah.
What did you
Still
say?
heads.
Head?
Yep. Still heads.
It is heads.
Oh, all right.
Sweet. So
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first. I'm trying to see if I should do my would you rather, or I'll do my questions first. Don't let me forget my would you rather's, okay? Because I like that one.
All right. Can I ask a quick question before you start? Only because I
Yeah.
don't read this comic. Does the Cyclops chick have the visor? Does she wear sunglasses at any point, or she just walk around?
Oh, nope. It's like she has an eye patch. And then when like the
Mhm.
eye patch comes off, you think of it like a black eye, but it's like a red eye.
So it's
Yeah.
only one eye then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that answers that question then. Let's do this. I'll give her an eye patch. Is it a regular eye patch?
Yeah. Just your
Yeah,
typical.
it's like a kind of a regular eye patch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't. Go ahead with your question. I just want to make sure that
Okay.
I'm
You
drawing
good.
her correctly on the cover. That's all.
You good. One of my first questions, and is very topical right now, is what is your favorite Val Kilmer role?
Ooh, that's a great question.
R.I.P. Val Kilmer.
You know what's funny? So I was home yesterday because I had to do. This is my lacrosse season, so I'm doing a game just about every day. But it was closer to home, so I didn't have to leave right away. So I was like, I threw on a movie, or I threw on HBO Max to just to watch something. And then because he had died, they suggested, "Oh, watch Batman Forever." I'm like, I haven't watched this movie in quote unquote forever. So I threw it on. That movie does not hold up. I know everybody loves it, but it's not a great Batman movie.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably a toss-up between Real Genius
Mm-hmm.
and Willow.
Oh yeah.
I think he's great in The Saint as well, but one of those two, I think, are probably some of his better roles. I know Top Gun, but no, I think early before he became big is when he was at his best.
No, my early one, my number one is I have to go with this is Tombstone. I'll be your host.
I was gonna say Doc Holliday is probably like
Yes.
my favorite like role of his.
Yes.
He does. I just wanted to show you too, Green Shirt Guy. This is her like popping off for the first time with.
Oh, okay. So she
you
has
see
one
her.
regular eye. Okay.
Yep.
A true Cyclops.
Yep.
I haven't watched Tombstone forever. Maybe I'll throw that in because that is a great movie, and he's fantastic. That was back in the era when the two studios would make the same movie. Because remember, there was Wyatt Earp as well.
Yeah.
And Wyatt Earp is not as good.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say I like Tombstone, and the other movie of his, Heat. Heat is a fantastic movie.
What movie is that again?
Heat with Robert De Niro.
I forget he's in that movie.
Me too.
Top Gun, of course. Although I kind of like I know this is gonna be crazy. I think I like Top Gun Maverick a little bit better than the
I
original.
don't disagree. I think it's a much better movie.
And I think it works because it's like, there's all these years apart from the other one,
Yes.
but
It brings enough nostalgia for the old one, but it's just a better story, even though you don't know who the enemy is.
it's a better, and it was a better like I remember I went to the drive-in to see it, and it was just like a better big screen experience with the planes and everything.
Isn't it one of the movies that they kind of say saved theaters?
Yeah, I think it came out like the year right after the pandemic.
Because it was
I could see
supposed to come out
why
right
Tom
before.
Cruise waited and held on to this to like, no, please show this at the theater.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now there's some art questions for you.
Okay.
What first inspired you to start creating art, and how's your style evolved over time?
Oh geez. Well, I don't know if I have a specific style, to be perfectly honest with you. I get influenced by the artists that I like. So maybe I try to ape them a little bit. My wife always tells me I should draw more cartoony, like Pixar and that kind of stuff than I do, but I like to draw realistic stuff. So
Yeah.
I fight myself.
Mhm.
This one I think is going to come out a little cartoony just because I almost don't have a choice, but that's fine. So yeah, I mean, I think that's really so like my quote unquote style, if you will, is it's constantly evolving. I don't think it ever really stays one way, but I could be wrong. What started me creating? I just like doing it. I don't know.
Nice. Nice. Well, my what inspired me to start creating art was I'm pretty sure I heard this story before. My father was sitting on a couch with me and we was watching TV, and he drew Batman on a piece of napkin with a regular pen. And I was thinking, I want to know how to draw. You know, not
Hold up. Say
yeah.
that again. I'm gonna garbled you. That might have been
Am
my
I
fault.
still?
Yeah, now
I'm
you're
sorry.
good.
Okay.
That was my fault.
My two
What the
inspirations.
hell, Phil?
My two. It's kind of a weird combination, but my two inspirations are Jim Lee and Rob Liefeld.
Okay. So you don't like
I
you don't
always
want to
liked
have to
their
draw feet.
art. Huh?
So you don't want to have to draw feet.
I'm not drawing feet today.
You know, I don't know if you can see it because I don't know how dark it's showing up again. I
Yeah.
definitely cut her feet off. So that
We both Rob Liefeld filling it out right now.
oh, absolutely.
All
I
right.
can draw hands okay, but feet I'm not great with.
Nice. How do you handle creative blocks or moments when you feel uninspired?
I would like to say that I just push through it. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just stop. I mean, I'm not getting paid, so it's not like I have any real deadlines. I do this year because I'm going to Baltimore, and I want to have as much stuff as I can for sale as possible. I oftentimes just try drawing something else. Like if I draw do a lot of digital. You guys can't see my iPad, but I do a lot of digital stuff, and then I kind of do half and half, where I do it digitally and then finish it traditionally.
Mm-hmm.
Print off my pencils and finish it traditionally. But I usually have about 5 or 6 things at a time that I'm drawing. So if I just get stuck with one, I'm like, oh, screw it, I'll just go and do one of these other ones, which is usually something completely different than what I was drawing and what I was stuck with. And then I'll come back to it later.
All right. I got 2 more questions for you. This one's a 2-parter. What do you hope people take away from your artwork? And do you believe art could change how people think or feel about the world?
Absolutely, I think that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the reasons that art just still is around, because it challenges our I don't want to say preconceived notions, but the best art makes you think.
Yes.
In whatever form that is. That doesn't necessarily have to be comics. It can be whatever. So yeah, I absolutely think that. What was the first part of the question? I forgot. I'm sorry.
The first part of the question was, what do you hope people take away from your artwork?
I mean, I don't know that I ever really think about doing a message with my stuff. I have an idea for a book that's rattling around in my head, and I'm still kind of slowly working it out. So that will have a specific message whenever I'm done with it. But I think I hope people like my stuff. I don't know.
Okay. And my last question is, what do you think is the most important skill for an artist to develop?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it probably kind of depends on what your goals and what you're planning on doing. I mean, I think fundamentals are overlooked, and I'm guilty of that myself sometimes.
Yes.
So just learning to do the simple things well
Yeah.
will allow you to get better faster, but also allows you to layer what you're doing. So yeah, I guess just making sure you know the fundamentals, you know shading, you know line weights, you know perspective. I'm lazy with perspective sometimes.
And you
I know
just
what I
took the
want
words
to
out
do.
of my mouth.
You know, I do it, but I'm like, okay, I could have done that better if I actually took time
Yeah.
through all the lines and that kind of thing. So yeah, I would say just get the fundamentals and don't try and not go too fast, but don't try and rush it.
Yeah. Mine is perspective. That's one thing I suck at immensely. And I want to get better at it. And I've been trying to get better at it with art books and things of that nature, and watching videos. So yeah, perspective is one of my toughest.
It's definitely something that takes time.
Yeah,
And once you get good at it, you can kind of just bang stuff out.
yeah. And that's all my questions I have for you.
Oh, you have very many
Base
questions.
Case Collectibles also agrees about Doc Holliday.
Yes.
I mean, he's great in that movie as Doc.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he takes out Ringo, like
Yeah.
like it's so satisfying,
Yeah.
like kill. Probably like the most satisfying kill in the movie is right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my question. Questions.
Do we want to do covers first? Or do we want to do something else first?
We'll do. Well, question for you guys: what tools were you guys using today?
So I didn't get ahead like I usually do and light box it onto here. So I'm using a Statler blue. It's actually a drafting pencil.
Okay.
But it doesn't.
Yeah.
If you went to scan this, it wouldn't. It's a non-repo color, so.
Yep. I got that as well. Once again, I'm using my favorite drafting, Graph Gear 500. I have multiple versions of it. We got one with a thicker lead, like a 0.9 lead. Majority I draw on 0.5. I even have like what Green Guy has, the blue pen. I have it in one of these, so that way I could test things out and see how I like them. But yeah, that's what I normally do. I got my art board here. I got it clipped on. I do have a backup board protecting the actual cover behind this, so that I won't mess anything up like that. And that's about it. That's all the tools. I'm also using Kleenex to get it some blending because I can't seem to find my blender stick. And that's about it.
Okay. Very cool.
Should I make this Psylocke or should I make this Storm? Because right now it's just kind of a generic figure.
Oh, who do you got on your cover so far?
I have Armor, and like I said, I have the Cyclops chick.
Oh, you definitely need Storm, May Storm. You got to go with May Storm.
Maybe I could probably put Psylocke back here then maybe.
That's like the Huckleberry Finn to Tom Sawyer in the story.
Yeah.
Like
the Robin to the Batman.
Yeah, they are like the pair. Like I said, if anybody comes over to like the 616, it's gonna be those two.
Yeah.
Her hair looks more fun to draw anyway, so that works out.
Yeah. So, well, let me present up and share the screen, and we'll give away a duck, and we'll do some spring sickness, and I'll give you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's draw.
I'm already doing that.
Hey,
Yes,
Hey,
Brooklyn.
I'm a funny guy.
Congratulations, JSS Brooklyn. You have won yourself a duck. The
Nice.
big
First one of the
monthly
month.
giveaway. Yep.
first of many.
Yeah, right. I got an idea for the movie thing. I'll talk to you guys after it. I haven't. We'll have to see if Sam approves, and then we go from there.
Well, it's not cussing. You good?
Well, yeah. Well, I'll tell you guys after.
Okay,
Look
I
out,
got you.
people. Might be some new fun things coming up.
So we're doing a cover.
This hashtag comes from Green Shirt Guy. Muse is dead.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I thought he died last week anyway, and then I rewatched something at the end because I was looking for something, and I was like, "Oh, that's right, he did get away."
I told
Muse
you.
is dead. I gotta watch this week's episode still.
Yeah, I've been sick, so I totally forgot about it. So I'll probably try to watch
I
it tonight.
usually watch it on Wednesday, like today, but I was
Yeah.
up last night and I watched it last night. So
Oh, okay.
I was
Muse
like,
is dead is the hashtag.
No, today's Thursday, right? I watched.
Thursday.
I watched it on the day because I was up.
Yeah.
I didn't even know where I had to be, so I was like, all right, well, I'll actually stay up tonight and I'll watch this. It's good. You'll see. I mean, I have my own biases because I'm a Daredevil guy, but it's well done. And I will say this, but it doesn't ruin anything because it's right in the beginning. Matt maintains his reputation as being one of the biggest cocksmen in the Marvel universe.
Oh yeah.
All right, Green Shirt Guy, you got some questions?
All right. Oh yeah. Let me see if I can draw and do them at the same time. Let's see. Let's go with. All right. Demon Days. Keep it or dump it.
I did not collect Demon Days. And one because it was bad. It was just that my pull list was already big enough during the time that it was coming out. And I told myself the next Peach series that she does, I'm gonna make sure I add it to my pull. And that's why I have Ultimate X-Men.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say if I base it upon how much I enjoyed Ultimate X-Men, I'm gonna say keep it.
All right.
I will also keep it. I've thoroughly enjoyed Demon Days, and I think Demon Wars came after that.
Okay. I did. Again, that was I didn't go with it because I'm like, all right, I can only so much.
It's very much like a weird take on like the Marvel universe.
Okay.
So like along the way, like Spider-Man is like a Spider Man. So he's not,
Is that right?
Yeah, it's pretty weird like that, but it was still a fun and enjoyable read. So, yeah, I would keep it.
There's definitely
There's a nice Treasury edition.
Maybe I'll
okay.
maybe I'll try and get it. No, that it's done. As a trade or whatever. Let's see. What X-Men character can you do without?
He's not really an X-Men character, even though he wants to be so bad. Deadpool.
No, you can't see Deadpool forever. You pick somebody else.
I'm sorry, I don't like Deadpool.
I know you don't. And
He's
I'm okay
horrible.
with that. You don't have to like him.
Yeah. X-Men character I could do without. I can't say Bobby because he's the original. I'm not gonna say any of the originals. Well, no, wait, I am gonna say original. I've always prefer Archangel over regular Angel. So regular Angel can go because I never really care for him too much.
I like regular Angel as well, but I
He's
know
like-
what you mean.
He's like, I'm just a rich kid with beautiful wings.
Yeah, well,
You know, Archangel's a BA, a BAMF, a
What
BAMF.
what mutation would you choose, or which one would you love to have?
Crazy enough, Colossus.
You want to turn into metal?
Yeah, I want to turn into metal, like indestructible metal. I know people probably go with flight or telekinesis. I don't want to read people's minds. There's some crazy people
You're not
on this
wrong.
planet. I do not want to read minds whatsoever. Because if I'm talking to you and you not right in the head, and all of a sudden I'm listening to your thoughts and you want to murder babies or something like that, I don't need to know that. You know?
And that's so like loud. Like there would be so many thoughts that like
Yeah.
You might, but you got to figure if you might be able to block it out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I might be able to block it out, but still, I don't want that kind of a power.
You don't want that on your conscience. I see.
Mm-mm.
I would pick the teleportation like Nightcrawler.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think it's dope. It'd be an easy way to travel places. You know, I want to go to
Yeah.
Paris for the weekend. Bam.
Bam. Yeah. Now, do you want that teleportation power or somebody like what's that guy's name? Is a black guy. He's a teleporter. I can't think of his name. Because if you have Nightcrawler's teleportation, that means you will have you'll be funky.
What do you mean?
Because every time he bamfs, he leaves a smell of sulfur.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with that.
Oh,
I'm fine with it. I'm actually okay with that. That's fine by me.
Got
No,
you.
I'm here.
Got you.
All right, let's see. I'll save that for then. Let's do our ink it or erase it.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Ink it or erase it.
Uh-huh.
Muse,
Which version?
the Daredevil one.
The television show?
You tell me. Go ahead.
Okay. So I can't
you
really.
you read the comic, I'm assuming.
No, that's what I'm about to say. I can't really speak upon the comic book one. I've heard through like people like you and various others that the comic book version is more terrifying,
No,
more scarier. So the television show, you know what? I don't mind them, so I'm gonna ink them.
Okay. I'm torn on the TV version, but the comic version, 100% I don't care.
it's 100% ink. Even the TV version, although not perfect, is like a good version.
It's still
in my
good.
opinion. Yeah. So I'm 100% ink. I'm in favor of like new villains. Whenever somebody
Yeah.
is facing a new villain, because like as fun as it is, like Daredevil fights Bullseye. Like it's nice to have like a new villain, like a new rogue, kind of come out to play. And I
Yeah.
think Muse has like made himself one of those like worthy rogues for Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's
And he really kind of was in the comic too. Like they did some fun things with him. It's way darker in the comic.
Yeah.
All right, ink it or erase it. Candied bacon.
I've never had it, but I'm gonna say erase it. Believe it or not.
Ooh.
I'm not a big fan of it.
You're
Not a big fan
not a
of
big
the
fan of
thought of
bacon?
it. Oh, I love bacon,
Oh,
but
okay.
candy bacon, no.
It's pretty good actually.
I
is?
I think I'll ink that. Like
Yeah,
I've had chocolate bacon. I've had candy bacon.
I never had chocolate
I've
bacon.
had cinnamon bacon. Maybe it's good,
Mm,
but you gotta put like dark chocolate on it because it gives it a nice little like sweet savory thing.
got you.
All right, ink it or erase it. Reality shows.
Oh, you erase.
Really?
Erase.
C-Bizzle.
I'm sorry, I don't watch reality shows
I would agree with
at
C-Bizzle,
all.
but I do watch a handful.
Yeah, I grew up watching Road Rules and Real World.
I still watch. Yeah,
After that, no.
I still watch The Challenge. I still watch Survivor.
Yeah,
I
I don't watch any
Death.
of those.
There's another
Yeah.
competition one. I can't think what it is. And then I because I watched it from the beginning. You can roll your eyes if you need to. I still watch Jersey Shore.
Oh,
But that's the only
Good for
one
you.
that's like just a ridiculous. Like it's not a competition or they don't win something at the end.
yeah.
So
I used to watch Jersey Shore at the beginning of it, for the first couple of seasons, and that's it.
right. It's still kind of ridiculous, but you know.
And that's only because I was dating somebody that liked it. So.
Okay. We used to talk about it at work. Like, all right,
Oh
I
yeah.
have to keep watching it, but I did enjoy it. My wife always makes fun. She's like, "How can you watch this?" I said, "Well, because it's like this. Like when you eat food, right? You have your say appetizer, you might have your salad, you have your main course, then you have your dessert. And you know dessert is completely nonsense. It's not good for you, not necessarily. But it's enjoyable because it's sweet and you just whatever, you just eat it. I treat Jersey Shore like my dessert. It's a brainless, 40 minutes of my day that I just sit and watch it. I don't think about it. I don't analyze it. It's just silly and stupid. All right.
I can understand that.
This one I might have to explain, but hopefully you can pick up what I'm saying. Ink it or erase it. Non-football watching people at a Super Bowl party.
Honestly, I'm going to have to say ink it because my fiance is one of those non-football people at a Super Bowl party. I cannot exclude her because she wants to be a part of my world, and I'll be part of her world with the horror films. But outside of her, they could be erased because I'm not a professor. I'm not an educator. I'm not trying to teach you the sport
Right.
while the sport is going on the
Correct.
biggest stage.
Oh man, I would also erase. Like me and my old roommate used to have Super Bowl parties, and like this guy and his wife would come over, and that would be like cool. But then they would want to like bring other like people over, and we just didn't want like other people. We wanted to keep it like small and stuff, and like the girls were never like really into like the actual like football game.
No.
Like, when I watch like something like the Super Bowl, I don't watch it for the commercials. Like in the commercial, I'm getting a drink or something. Like
they'll talk through the whole game about nonsense while you're actually trying to pay attention. Then they're like, "Oh, what just happened?" I'm like, "Well, maybe if you shut up and watched." But then they get quiet for the commercials.
They'll get quiet for the commercials. They'll stick around for like the halftime show, and like really after like halftime, like everybody would leave my house.
Oh, is that right?
I'd be like kind of happy, and by the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl, it would just be like me on the couch watching the end of the game. And that's how the Super Bowl went for a lot of years.
Right on.
Also, I want to add, this is kind of off the subject, but part of the subject. People who I watch movies with, mainly at home, that be on their cell phones while watching the movie and ask me what happened.
I'm guilty of that, but I usually don't ask.
Yes,
I may
please
go,
don't.
wait, did they say this? Because I didn't understand what they were saying because I had my head down. But I don't generally, not plot points generally.
Especially if you're watching one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, here's the part I'm so excited about, and you missed it because you're on your phone, flipping tables and kicking babies.
There's nothing worse than when you show someone that, especially someone you care about, one of your favorite movies, and they're like, "Yeah, it was okay," and you're like, "What? Just get out of here right now."
This relationship is over.
Right? All right, so let's see. You didn't do your would you rather, so I'll do my last couple questions, then we can bounce our would you rather back and forth.
Okay.
Last ink it or erase it. Jake and Logan Paul.
Oh, erase. Like out of here.
I'm
Right on.
also gonna be like in a race.
I will
Yeah.
say this only because I wasn't paying attention to it. I was watching something on HBO Max this afternoon, and that's probably why it came into my head. And I was sending some emails out for some stuff I had to do. And they have their own reality show now on HBO Max.
Yep.
And I wasn't really watching it; it was just kind of in the background. And yeah, they're douchebags. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
Like
They,
really.
they know how to get eyes on them and give them that, but they're
Yeah.
All right. So, what is your guilty pleasure show?
My guilty pleasure show.
Yeah, like when you watch television, what's the show that you watch that you don't really tell people about? And you're like, well, like, so for example, I would say maybe my guilty pleasure show is probably Jersey Shore. It's dumb. I know it's whatever, but I still watch it.
Mine's not a show. It's more of a, you can say it's a podcast. It's a streamer. I watched this streamer, and I'm pretty sure somebody in the chat's heard of the streamer when I mentioned his name. His name is Queso.
Okay.
It's this guy. He's a heavy set, red beard dude from Arkansas.
Mm.
And he plays video games. He plays horror video games.
Okay.
And it is him. And I also watched this gentleman called King. He's a black dude that plays horror games.
Yeah.
I love it because they be true to themselves. If you ever want to see how a black person reacts during a horror film, watch King play horror games. It's absolutely hilarious. Like I'm in tears. Like I schedule my time at night to make sure. Like Queso comes on at 9, King comes on at 11. I watch both of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my guilty pleasures. Those two
I
guys.
remember playing. I can't remember what the name of the game is, and I got it again. I rented it for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks because when I worked at I think a movie other at the time, because I could get a game for basically for free. So I was getting a couple movies. I can't remember the name of it, but the plot of the game is you're like a special forces team that gets dumped onto this.
Is it Fear?
I don't remember. You can probably tell me. You're dumped onto this like big boat out in the ocean that you find out as you're going through the boards was a science experimental facility, and the things got out and destroyed the entire crew, or whatever. All I remember is there's a scene where you're walking down this. You got a flashlight and your gun. So you're walking, you're doing like the typical, like you see in the movies, you got the gun and he's holding the flashlight next to it. And you're walking down these steps to the lower decks, and they're like half waist high water.
Yeah.
And there's things flickering because there's whatever. And all of a sudden, the screen goes black for like 2 seconds, and then you see something. You see something at the back, down the hallway. It goes black, and then the lights come back on. And then you just hear this thing breathing behind you.
Oh,
I
no.
freaked, and I'm playing the game at night.
Oh, Green shirt guy, we
Lose 'em?
lost your camera. Hang on.
Ah, got me.
There
now?
we go.
Yeah.
You good?
And yeah, I just remember freaking out. I'm like, I'm done playing this. I'm not playing this anymore.
Yeah, this
It
game's
might
like
have been,
that.
like it might have been. This is just a guess. Resident Evil Revelations.
Okay,
Yeah.
I played
Yeah.
one of those once, and I didn't mean
If you ever
to.
play, I played this game on PlayStation 2. It's called what is it? I just had it in my head. Oh, Fatal Frame.
I don't think
Okay.
It's a Japanese horror game.
Nope, I'm out.
You know what? I was
No, thank
about to
you.
bring up a Japanese horror game. Like,
Yeah, you walk around with a camera. You gotta take pictures of ghosts.
Yeah, no. I'm good. Well, I don't watch horror movies. I like sleeping at night now.
We go to
That
sleep with horror
stuff will
movies
stay with me
on.
for the rest of
there's
the night.
there's a Japanese horror game called Detention,
Oh, I heard of that.
and it's on Steam, and it has like almost I want to say like Super Nintendo kind of graphics, like
Okay.
But
8-bit
this
or 16-bit.
game, yeah, a little bit like 16-bit, but it
Yeah.
is like a scary game. Like I was like, I played it through it like once. And I was like, oh, this game is really scary. So Detention, check it out. I think it's on Steam. I don't know what other systems it's on. I have it for Steam.
Right on.
Yeah. Before we give away our last duck, I got 5 would you rather's. Okay.
All right, hold on. I got one more question before we play.
Okay.
So, guilty pleasure. What show do you think is a hidden gem and not enough people are watching?
What show is it? I'm watching it on Netflix. It's called is a Japanese anime called Sakamoto Days.
Okay.
It's really good. It's about an assassin. He was the #1 assassin in all the world, and he decided to quit because he fell in love.
No. Okay.
And the organization didn't like that, so they sent people to kill him.
Of
And
course.
the first guy he sent to kill him ended up the assassin became a store owner of like a corner store, and the first guy he sent to kill him ended up becoming one of his employees.
Of course.
Yeah, so it's hilarious. Some of the scenes, and they go out and do these certain missions, and they kept trying to hide it from his wife. She said, if you kill somebody, we're done, and I'm taking our daughter with us. And of course, she does eventually do find out. He don't kill nobody. He always incapacitates them. But she did find out that he was going back doing what he was doing. So she didn't leave him. She just said, next time, just be honest with me.
Okay.
So it's a good anime. I've watched like 5 or 6 episodes of it already.
Right on. What about you, Phil?
It is a little bit popular, but the new season is just coming out, and I still think where people should watch it, but on Netflix, Black Mirror.
I'm a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
seasons behind on that, but that is a good
And
one.
Black Mirror is and I'm not actually like looking forward to like the new season. I actually just got through the because I was never able to do it before the Bandersnatch, like the Which Way Adventure game kind of thing.
Okay.
But the new season, I'm looking forward to the new season of Black Mirror.
Right on.
That's a good one. Okay. Like I said, before we do our last duck, I got 5 would you rathers. Okay.
Yep.
This is going to be Would You Rather Buffalo Bills edition.
Oh,
Okay.
why you gotta be like
So-
that? It's better. Than
So, let me see what y'all gonna do first. Okay. Would you rather the Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl this coming up season, but never make the playoffs again, or the Bills make the playoff every year but never win the Super Bowl?
win the Super Bowl. That's
Nice.
not even a thought process.
But after that, you ain't gonna win anymore.
That's fine. I just
You're
don't
not
want
gonna
one.
make the playoffs.
Just need one.
Just need one.
Just need one. That's all I want.
Would you
I know
rather?
I don't think that's too much to ask for. I've been saying that for
Would
years
you-
now. Just give me one. I don't need to be one of these greedy people that's got to win it every year, win it back. That would be nice. But I'll
That
take
would be
one and
nice.
happy.
Yeah, I would like one for my Lions too. Would you rather have Josh Allen throw 50 touchdown passes in a season, but his team misses the playoffs, or go 5-2 and a first round playoff exit?
Say that again. So if he throws 50.
So he throws 50
passes,
passes in a season, but the team loses and the team misses the playoffs altogether,
Okay.
or go 15-2 and be a first round exit this coming up season. This question's for this upcoming season, not beyond.
15-2.
15-2. Okay.
I mean, the individual stats are nice, but 15. I'm gonna have a better time watching them win 15 games, even if they get knocked out in the first round, because that's happened recently.
Yes.
Than
Yes.
us just have a crap season and he has a good year. And I think he would say the same thing. I'm like, he probably said, I'll throw 25 if we make the playoffs.
Now, I think I know the answer to this one. Would you rather the Bills sign a legendary free agent at a key position, but lose a beloved player, or keep the team intact and build through the draft?
It would probably depend on who it was.
Or the
I
beloved
would,
player was?
I would, if we're gonna sign some crazy player, but that means that we're gonna improve the team, I might be okay letting a beloved player go. Because there's some guys I love on the team that
Yeah.
are past their prime.
Like, say if it's like
Like,
Saquon
I know
Barkley.
a lot of people, and I'm maybe in the minority here. I know a lot of people love DeMar Hamlin. I think we should have cut him right after he came back.
Yeah.
I don't think he's good enough to play on our team. But it's hard to cut a guy who almost died.
True.
So
like if you was able to get somebody like Saquon Barkley, you'll drop a beloved player.
yeah,
Okay.
because I think that player that free agent is going to become a beloved player coming.
I got you. Now
And
here's a
and
good.
again, if it means we win a Super Bowl, I'm okay.
Got you. Here's a good one. Would you rather live in Buffalo for a season to watch every home game, but to experience harsh winters, or watch all the games from the comfort of a warm climate, but never attend a game?
Oh, live in Buffalo.
Live in Buffalo? Oh, all right.
Snow doesn't really bother me.
You
I've lived in Rochester, and people won't believe it, but Rochester actually gets more inches of snow than Buffalo. Buffalo just gets more days where it snows.
I got you. I got one more for you. Where is it?
So with living down here, well, you're in Texas, but living in the Hudson Valley when we get a half inch of snow and people freak out, I'm like, really? This is like 6 o'clock in the morning in Rochester. I'm like, give me a break.
Well, I'm born and raised.
I don't have to go into work because of the half inch of snow. Like living in Rochester, it's snowing 3 to 4 inches every day. And you're like, look, boss, I'm coming. I'm stuck in traffic because of the snow. Oh, you're still coming? Yeah, I'm still coming.
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Michigan and live in Minnesota. So
snow is it's just part of the thing.
Just part of it. My last one. Would you rather see the Bills? Wait. Yeah. Would you rather see the Bills defeat the Patriots in the playoffs, but lose to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, or beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, but never have another playoff win in the next 10 years?
So if we beat the Chiefs, does that mean we win the Super Bowl?
I mean, I don't know. You actually get to go to the Super Bowl. Because I know how much you hate the Chiefs.
I do hate the Chiefs, but I think the Chiefs are on the down slope at this point. And here's the thing: if the Patriots, I don't like, but that's more of a newer thing. I grew up in the Dan Marino era,
so you're Dolphins.
I hate the Dolphins.
Yeah,
I can't say a good word about them. I loathe them with the fierceness of a 10,000 Suns. I can't stand that team. Patriots I don't like, but I could get over losing to them. But yeah, it's a tough one. I might go beat the Patriots and lose to the Chiefs.
Got you. And that is my Would You Rather Buffalo Bills edition.
I like that. It's not bad.
Yeah.
All right. I only have two. Would you rather have no eyebrows or no fingernails?
Oh, no eyebrows.
Really?
I want to look surprised every time.
You also look like Alien Nation all the time too.
That's cool. I would shave my head bald and look like Charlie William, the basketball player.
There you go. Yeah, right. Yeah, I remember him. But
I like my
had
fingernails.
eyebrows. I think they were just really thin.
Yeah. I like my fingernails.
Okay, so would you rather not be able to see or not be able to hear?
I'd rather. That's a tough one. because I love drawing. I also love listening to music.
I know you do. That's why I was like, I gotta.
I would have to
Make
see.
you
I have to
choose.
say, I will lose my hearing.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because I've seen so many beautiful things in my lifetime, and I'd rather keep seeing beautiful things
Right on.
instead of hearing people's BS.
What about you, Phil?
I would probably go the other way and lose my sight and keep my hearing. I do just like a lot of music and stuff.
Yeah,
You can kind of like hear the world.
yeah.
So that's a hard one, but I think it would be.
And you can still go to the movies.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
hear the movies.
You get to go to the what do they call it when it's not closed captioned, it's
Yeah.
The hearing
there's a
impaired.
term
impaired.
for it, but I just can't think of what it is when they
Yeah.
basically subtitle everything.
Yeah. My biggest fear is as well, if I lose my sight, it's harder for me to see danger.
Okay, yeah, but
Yeah. And you go all the way around, you can't hear danger. Like if you walk and somebody can walk up behind you.
right, but you're probably not by yourself if you can't see it. Right?
Yeah. Plus I always keep my head on the swivel.
True.
That's me playing sports. That's
Well, yeah,
all
those are
y'all.
my, well, should we do the covers?
Yeah. Yep. I'm pulling them up right now.
Mine are not from Ultimate X-Men. I just picked
Oh,
covers,
did
by
I
the way.
I don't think I got your covers. Did you send me covers?
You got mine?
I got yours.
I think his is in our other
I don't know
one.
if you, anybody. I don't know if you can you see it, or is it too light? Oh, maybe. I don't know if I get it closer.
Yeah, you can see it.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
There's.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me do it this way. Oh, it's hard to tell which way. Yeah, there's Storm, and then I gotta fix her face, but that's like crap shit. I think
Okay.
if I have room, I might try and put Psylocke over here, and then I put the armor. Kind of.
Nice.
Initially, I had her hands kind of clenched like this, and then I was like, "Oh, I gotta put people in front of them." So I erased them and drew over them.
Yeah.
So give me 1 second, guys.
Okay.
We're just gonna go through a lot of covers today.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
So we're gonna go through a lot of covers. I'm gonna move this over here. Close that one out. Put this big, and I'll share the screen. Because I also picked up a lot of like Peach Momoko stuff since we're doing Ultimate X-Men. So I just picked up a bunch of covers that I liked from Peach, and we could be looking at these all day. But Dark Web,
Oh
I
yeah,
thought
that's
was
a
a
nice
cool-
one.
yeah. Hellions.
That was a great book. Did you read that book?
I did not read this book.
That
I
was
read
the
the first 5 issues.
That was a Sinister book. That was a good book.
Yeah.
So, this is a Greaser guy. This is your
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah, you'll see. There's a theme with mine. I love that cover,
Okay.
I see.
and that's my boy Laraz too.
All right. And this is Greaser guy.
This is another Laraz. I actually bought 2 of these. I
Okay.
read one, and then I have one that is untouched more or less. So at some point I want to get it signed and graded, just because I love that image.
I see. I think I got that book.
This might be C-Bizzle. Ultimate X-Men.
Yeah, I picked these because I like the Adam Kubert work on Ultimate X-Men.
You mean because you like Storm?
Then that's my boo. But yeah, I saw this cover. I really enjoyed it. I have this book, and like I said, all the covers I pick is books I actually have in my collection. And this will be going up once I locate it in one of my boxes. I know it's in one of my boxes behind me. It's gonna go up on my Storm wall.
Okay. Wall of Storm.
hmm
Free comic book day. Ultimate X-Men 1.
Yeah. I didn't have the actual issue one. I only had the free comic book day one. This is your ultimate Wolverine. Almost looks like that DC character.
Sorry.
Fang, I think his name is. But yeah, I mean, I really like this cover a lot. my first initial because I didn't collect the Ultimate X-Men books when they first came out, so I'm going back and collecting them now. Then you can find them, a lot of them in the dollar bin. So
Okay.
A little perspective in that picture, in that one too.
yeah,
Nice.
I really like this one here. This is another Adam Kuber cover. This is Jean Grey. I love her design with the short red hair, the crop top, and the very low cut jeans. This was, I think I got
That's
it
got to
right
be
here.
90s cover.
Yeah, it
Or early
is
2000s, because that's fully.
2001.
Let's say that's what girls were wearing when I was leaving high school.
Yeah. So I just really love the artwork in this, and I had to pick this one.
Okay. Very nice. Oh, green shirt guy.
Another Larraz. I just love the you get so many characters on this and very little space, and they all just. I love the design of it too. It's very,
Yeah.
Like the
geometric,
triangle.
but yeah.
I have this book. Yeah.
I don't know if I have this cover. I might.
I don't think it's a variant cover though. I think it's cover A.
Yeah, but I might not have got it because I think I might have got the B cover that week for some reason.
Yeah.
Although probably not, because I usually get the Larraz cover if it's available.
Yeah.
This is me.
Yeah.
I'm using
the
that as
X-Men.
reference.
Yeah, Ultimate X-Men. Like that's our hero there, May Storm.
Is that a cat behind her?
No, that's Shadow King.
Oh,
Shadow
okay.
King.
Yeah. That's just how he's drawn.
Muse.
That's a dope cover.
It is.
I did not get this book. I didn't get this series though.
That is
Oh,
a great
no?
cover.
No, I usually get all the Daredevil stuff, and this one I went, nah. But I did get the new one that came out this week. It's haven't read it.
Oh, I like this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I think I got this cover.
It's got a very anime feel to it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
that's-
just liked this.
Oh yeah.
Like
that'll,
that is
that'll
a,
keep you up at night.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is a very creepy poison ivy. You don't see her do like a lot of DC work. Like,
No, well,
this
I
was
think
like,
she's Marvel exclusive. I could be wrong.
Is
She is.
he does like image covers and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but Image is independent anyway, so I think you can do whatever. But like, if you're signed to DC, you can't do Marvel stuff, and vice versa, unless you're, Jim Lee.
okay. We talked about this earlier tonight. Demon Days. Ink it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This was like the first cover appearance.
Excuse me.
Paul found this in like at the shop.
He who must not be named.
Yeah, he who must not be named found it in the shop. Like, and then it was after like the cover started blowing up because news of Ultimate X-Men kind of came out, and he just found it in the box. That was
Wow.
yeah.
You lucky dude.
NYX. I think that's recent. That's like the kimonos. Oh, I got this one. I got this book, The Silk. I got this one graded actually.
Oh, did you?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got it graded. It came back in 9.6. But I just like the cover.
Nice.
That was really kind of what it. I like the flower in it. Like that was cool.
I don't got cover A of that Silk. That volume of Silk.
Okay. Demon Days. That's a cool.
Oh yeah.
And of course, this came out and like I can't find it. It's like $20 if you want to get
Yeah.
this book. This is a
Well, you could
$20.
have got it with the that cover with the. Didn't they do the thing where it was all the covers in one this week?
I think they did.
The Rivals book was just the covers, right?
Oh, was it?
I think it
Was
was.
that,
think
was
so.
that what it was?
I could be wrong. I think that's what it was, though. But this was definitely inside of it. I think I remember seeing it.
Okay. And that's this is one of the covers of Ultimate X-Men. This is May Storm and
Mhm.
Surge.
I like that cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's the connecting. This is the second print of issues 2 and 3, and
So
that's
this-
all of them.
Who's the chick with the staff on the right?
Nico.
Nico.
I like that. She looks dope. I like that character design.
Yeah, it is. At first, you think it's like a magnifying glass, and then, like I said, then it turned like she brings out the staff. There's the Cyclops. There's armor. It's a I saw this and I was like, I might want the second prince.
Right.
Yeah.
I might want that. Yeah, that's the cover 9. Issue 9 is where they pop off at each other. There's also like a lot of like girl testing the other girl's power in Ultimate X-Men. There's a lot of that. Oh yeah, see, this is the connecting. So Psylocke. This is from Blood Hunt.
Don't mess with Psylocke.
Yeah.
No, I'll mess with her.
Some covers. Some extra Peach Momoko covers that I threw in there. And I will present and share some stuff here. And we're going to just go with the entire screen of this. So, all right. A shout out to a YouTuber that I kind of found over like the week when I was supposed to be working. But power to the panel. We give a shout out to the other comic book YouTubers and stuff. So give a like, comment, and subscribe over at Power to the Panel. Also, give a like, comment, and subscribe over on Cliffs. Hit that bell notification for Cliff on Comics, home of coffee and cocktails with Cliff. Great guy, Cliff. You'll see him over on the Council of Comics.
When we all go on, we have to come up with our own titles that like to see if he's paying attention, and they're all like connected somehow, but we won't tell him.
That'd be funny.
Speaking of the Council of Comics, Cooley High is this Sunday. So watch the season of Directors. This is Michael Schultz. We're going to review Cooley High Sunday for film and box office news. I'm sure we're going to talk about Daredevil and a few other things. We'll also be back for new keys and hot comics of the week.
I love that thumbnail.
That is a good thumbnail.
That is a very good thumbnail. I don't care what Sam said.
That's Lorette.
That is,
Yeah. That should be the thumbnail going forward. Maybe
I
from week to week, but
really love it.
And of course, Couching and Slouching with C-Bizzle's YouTube channel. Up to 535 subscribers, C-Bizzle.
Yes, sir. So I just dropped my 3 hype books for New Comic Book Day. I dropped that off on Monday. Every Monday, that's what I do. I love showing the books that I'm really excited about that's coming out for New Comic Book Day. Grinch guy, I got some bad news for you. My shop didn't have any blank Green Lantern versions.
I could have gotten you one and I didn't.
Yeah.
But maybe if it's still there, it'd be nice.
And
you're making me pay for shipping like 1,000 times sending you stuff down.
But I give you the money back.
I know you do. I'm just giving
you I'm not a cheap bastard. I can say that without putting 2 in a jar. But check me out. Enjoy your guys commenting and liking my videos. I really do appreciate everything y'all done. Like I said, I'm over 500. There will be a 400/500 giveaway. Not anytime soon because I'm just trying to get everything else in front of that done first. But there will be some stuff coming down the pipeline that y'all will be able to win some stuff from me. So thank you guys so much for checking me out.
All right. And I'll just put it here like this. Fill in the blanks. Thursday, April 17th, 7 p.m. Episode number 6. Got some Ultimate Spider-Man.
We moving along.
That one I almost am positive we might have to move the time back like an hour.
That's fine.
Because I think I have a later game that day, so I won't be home until after 7, but should be home by 8.
That's cool.
Which is
Little
probably better
stuff.
for you, C-Bizzle, to gives you a chance to get some food in you.
Yeah, I had to sneak food while I was working earlier today.
So, Muse is dead is the hashtag, and I'm going to give a quick shout out while I give you guys the last chance. So, Joseph Michaels, thank you for watching us tonight. Space Case Collectibles stopped in. Thank you for watching. Canadian Survivalist stopped in. Kenneth Bird stopped in. Thanks for kind of stopping in. JSS Brooklyn, TM Nerdy, Hoffrey Castro, thank you for stopping in. And who else? Stopped in today? That might be it. Oh, you know what? Well, let me put that to the side. And I want to see. Let's see the pictures here. So I'm gonna try.
Okay. You're gonna do first.
Let me make sure I could. Here, you know what? I'm gonna stop sharing this for a second. We'll come back to that.
Yeah. Go ahead, show yours, Gucci guy. I'm gonna fix my camera
Yeah.
so I can show it better.
I don't know if I'm gonna try and do it. And probably get some lining up right there. There's that. I just started doing Psylocke over here. There's armor in the middle.
It won't let
Go
me.
down. There's
Won't let me make
Cyclops
the
chick.
view.
There's Storm.
Hang on.
Oh wait a minute.
Hang on. Where's the view we want? Okay, do it again, Greaser guy.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
All right. I wanted to get the right view. The other, your other camera. Your other
Yeah,
camera.
you gotta switch to the other one. Yep.
Okay. Let me-
I mean, I could probably do it for this one.
Yeah, there you go. Oh,
There you go.
okay. Yeah. All right. Wow. That's okay.
And if I have, like I said, if I have room, I might squeeze somebody in here. But I don't know. A little bit. It's not very much space, so I don't know if I can get somebody where it looks like they're not just smashed in. But we'll see.
Okay. And let
All
me
right.
put up C-Bizzle. Let's see.
Oh, and let me cut off this light. Every time I do this, I'm gonna have to be dark.
Turn this one up.
So I
Okay.
did May Storm.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I'll try to get as much hair as possible to make Cliff happy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna finish it up. The whole thing is gonna be black, like you see the black here. I'm gonna put her
Alright.
hands in there. I'm gonna cover the whole thing black and then highlight it with electricity.
Okay.
Yep.
Very
There you go.
nice. I will go back.
I'm going to cut my light back on. Boop. Now you can see me. I'm not just always a dark man.
All right. Muse is dead. It is time to draw, my friends. You had your chance. And who is it going to be?
Hey,
Muse Collectibles.
Space Case
Nice.
Collectibles. His profile pic is one of the books I want to get.
I have
These
that. book.
collectibles,
RJ, my son has
congratulations.
that book.
You have
Yeah,
got
Phil-
yourself a dog. Oh, that's the secret
Yeah,
one.
Phil has that
Yep.
book. Yeah.
Yep.
My son has that book. He only has one book graded, and that's the one. And it's signed.
I was gonna
Nice.
get my great Anthony said that it might just be better to keep it raw.
Oh,
I'll
maybe.
just keep-
Well, so
I'll just keep it raw.
that's the.
There's a few like dings on it and a few things with it, but it's still a nice book to have in the collection.
I don't
If you
know
ever get a sign, I would get a slab.
Yeah.
Well, so this I don't know if you've heard this story, C-Bizzle. I think you might have heard it, Phil. I was at Boston Comic Con. RJ's 15 now, so he was probably like 6 or 7. We only had the 2 at the time, so it had been a time ago. Anyway, you're doing the witness signatures, and my wife's got our middle child in the stroller, and they're just kind of following me around. But I'm getting book signed, and then I was with 2 other people, so we're doing like, I'm gonna see this guy, you see this guy, so we can keep the witness with us instead of having to go back 6 or 7 times. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm in line waiting, and Mike Zack was sitting there, and RJ's looking at his stuff, because he's just a curious kid, and he goes, "Oh, who do you like?" He's like, "I really like Venom," because I think he still kind of does. And the guy's, Mike Zack's like, I helped create that character. He's like, "Really?" And so they're talking back and forth, and then he gave him a Secret Wars He's like, he goes, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
wow.
this copy's not in great shape. Yeah, it's a watermark, whatever. He's like, I'm sorry, it's not in great shape, and then signed it and gave it to him.
Oh, wow.
It's like, I'm like, we're getting that graded too. Let's just walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Very, very cool. All right, guys.
big ups to Mike Zach, wherever. He is.
Yeah. And good job, guys. And yeah, I could highly recommend reading X-Men. So for myself, Green Shirt Guy, C-Bizzle, go read Ultimate X-Men. It is a great series. And we will see you next time on Filling in the Blanks. Peace out, everybody.
Days make the brightest day. Where are the heroes?